mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the point. This is America, so my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay ass very faggot accent, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the point. This is America, so my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hello, beautiful people. What's up? How are you today? I wanted to start off this video with John Todd's Demons in the Music Industry because I really want people to understand how this coincides with what I'm about to talk to you about. So take about 7 minutes and check out what John Todd has to say.
I sit on a council of 13 people that take orders only from the Rothschild Tribunal in London, which they claim they take their orders directly from Lucifer.
I was the manager of Zodiac Productions, which Zodiac Productions name's been changed since then. I'm not even sure what they call it now, but it's the largest music conglomerate in the world. It owns RCA Records, Columbia Records, Motown Records, owns almost all the concert booking agencies in the United States. And that's not even the name of the company that owns it. The name of the company that owns it is Brenner Enterprises, and Brenner Enterprises is owned by Chase Manhattan. Chase Manhattan's owned by Standard Oil, and Standard Oil is owned by the Lords of London. You can track it all back. You kind of get the idea after a while. But I was the managing president of Zodiac Productions. It's one of my jobs as being one of these 13 people. Thus, I got to know many of the people who produce music and sing the music and play the music that you play. Now, one of the closest friends that I got during that time that I attained was a man named David Crosby. Crosby, Still, Nash and Young. I saw David the day before Christmas last year, talked with him. I got him away from this witch that he had with him. He told her to go shopping. We were in West Hollywood, and I was witnessing around to people I knew. We went off in this store, and we started talking. I said, David, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. I said, I already know the answers, but I've been gone for 5 years. I'd like to know if certain things are still the way they were when I left. I said, now I'll have to explain some of this when I'm done, but you're not going to understand it all unless you know something about music. I said, do they still take the master to the temple room? Dave said, yeah. I said, do they still have the coven conjure demons into the master? He said, of course. I said, now, I got to know something. What's the main reason for rock music? He said, come on, Lance, you know what the reason is. I said, please, David, I don't want to guess. Tell me what the main reason is. He said, the same as when you were in, so that we can play spells on people that we couldn't cast spells upon. I'll explain what that means in a minute. I said, okay, one last thing. I've been hearing that you must be an initiated witch now to get a record contract. He said, that's right. He says, many of us that weren't total witches have to be witches now in order to produce music. Thank you. The master is a tape about as big as the top of this podium that looks like an overgrown 8-track that the album is cut on, and it's placed in a machine that produces and presses the records and the 8-tracks and cassettes that you buy. After it's been recorded, it's taken in. This is why a master's cut months in advance before it's released. On the full moon, it's taken in to a temple room about the size of this auditorium that is in every one of the major music companies, behind locked doors up in the executive office. And it's placed on an altar sitting in the north of the room, and a pentagram engraved in the floor. And 13 hand-chosen witches and wizards and a coven come in and conjure a principality or a power up, usually Regia or something like that, and order him to tell the demons under him to follow every record and every tape coming off of that master. As I tell many Christian parents, you can go home and count your kids' records, probably yours too, and count how many demons at least are there. That's too hard for you to believe? I'm sorry. That's why they do it. Now listen to me. This is why rock music's addicting. Have you ever seen kids that got rid of their music? They go around like this. They can't wait to find a rock station somewhere, and they sneak off just like getting a cigarette or a fix, because it's addicting. That's why they can't give it up. The rest of the conversation was this. You can't cast a spell on a Christian, but you can get a Christian to cast a spell on themselves. If you give the permission for the spell to work, being a Christian won't block it. And rock music is not just a song. It is supernatural music that which is carefully designed by their spirit guides or familiar spirits in the form of spells. Now, although the devil's music's power is the music and God's music is the words, much of the songs are written in what we call witch language. To give you kind of an idea, many of you talk on a CB, unless you know what a smoky is, and a 10-4, and a front door and back door and rocking chair and these type of things, you don't know what you're talking about. Same with witches. When you're in the first and second level, you have to learn over 2,000 words that said by anybody else means something totally different than when you say them. Elton John has said he's never written a song or sung a song that wasn't in witch language. And I want to show you something. See how many kids in here will be honest and adults. How many remember and have heard at least several times a song called Hotel California? Somebody tell me what it meant. Quickly, somebody tell me what it meant. Huh? That's pretty close. But from the words, what did it mean? Well, that's more of a guess. See, most people can't tell you. That's why when people do drugs and they listen to songs in which language, they get some of the meaning. But most of the time, they can't tell you. Stop and think how many songs are out there that you really like, and you don't have any idea what the person was talking about. Beyond the Yellow Brick Road? How about The Destroyer by Kiss? Can anybody tell me what it's about? Kiss said in it, kids, tell your parents. They're talking about Helter Skelter. Beatles sung Helter Skelter in which language? Nobody knew what it meant. Manson did because he belongs to the process. Helter Skelter is a several thousand-year-old word. Most of the music is either about Helter Skelter or a place called the Night Winds, which is what Hotel California is about, and different doctrines of witchcraft. You listen to them, your parents let you listen to them, and they have no idea. Kiss openly bragged how they were gaining control of people through their music because the people played their music. They told how they didn't form their own group. Their church, because they were ordained ministers of the Satanist church, placed them together. And that's how most of the music is done. David Crosby, when him and Crosby, Still, Nash and Young produced the record Two-Way Street, they ordered the Principality of Medici to order Demons of Rebellion to go into the record, and everybody that heard it would be rebellious against law and order and government. And it was one of the reasons for the great upheaval in the 60s was that one album, and they take open credit for it.
I have personally talked with Johnny Todd on the basis of Jack Chick's recommendation. Having known Johnny Todd now for more than 4 years, and my having known him for some 6 months, I believe that Johnny Todd is a genuinely converted man, saved by the grace of God out of the depths of Satanism.
Okay, we're back. So, I left out some things that I wanted to explain, and I hope you get a better understanding of witches and witchcraft and how they use sound against us. Now, I want you to understand that according to John Todd says if you take away the witch's ability to do sound, to be a, no more sound, no more music. If you take that away from a witch, that's taking away 30% of a witch's power. 30%. That's a lot. So I want you to understand how important sound is. If you've never read a book called Embraced by the Light, which is a story of a woman's after-death experience, and she came back to life after being dead for a little while, a few minutes. Then she came back and wrote her book. Well, one of the things in that book, when I read it as a young child, that struck me a really strong chord in me because I'm a musician, is that she said God had plans for music. And it was very complicated, very complex, and it was very secret, and she couldn't even reveal it. in the book because a lot of it was blocked from her. So I want you to understand the power of sound, okay? Now, before I get into sound, I'm going to get into exactly what the government has been doing to me and Laurel Aston, and exactly how they utilize us still as assassins and part of their program, even unwillingly. Now, in the last video I did, I talked about the Sith and the Sith Queen and the CIA having a whole $1 million operation set up around me, filled with microwave weapons, satellite imagery, infrared, EEG machines for brain mapping. I have radiation burns on my back from satellite transmissions from them opening portals when I sleep to transfer encoding into the Sith's parasites inside me and to continue to try to restructure my DNA, to bloat my DNA, because whenever they do this, I gain so much weight, it's not even funny. I don't eat that much, and my metabolism is also fucked up from them doing this to me. So I want you to understand they do this when I sleep. Every time I sleep. They even cast sleep spells on me. What I mean by sleep spells is they will have a nano attach itself to the part of the brain that causes you to feel sleepy. And then I'll doze off, even when I'm not tired. They'll do this to me to try to get me to sleep so I'm not thinking, so they can try to manipulate and brain map my brain and shut down specific parts of my brain with new triggers and microwave weaponry. This is the process I fight every day. They are relentless. It's a fucking machine. It doesn't stop. It's a program, a psychotic program programmed by Nazis. So I want you to understand about the Sith Queen and how disgusting she is. And for all you cartellers out there that like to cipher off my energy through your cipher demon, because I'm going to tell everyone about all your demons. I got the list right here. Their cipher demon is the demon that ciphers your thoughts, that basically steals and manipulates your ideas. And the cipher demon also works with the mimic demon. The mimic demon is like a sort of recorder that mimics your thoughts and records them within your DNA, and then those recordings are transferred to your computer or your cell phone or your digital item with a microchip or a microchip that is implanted in you. This is why the RDIF agenda is so important to them. So now I want you to understand sound and frequency. John Todd broke it down to you about demons in the music industry. That's the music industry. My whole family is in the music industry. You were listening to the person that had his Romanian girlfriend killed on the same day his cousin was killed, Michael Jackson. This is how the occult works. They do everything, they calculate everything, everything's done on a time scale so they can go back the same time next year and celebrate the death of those people to continue to give them power. Guarantee you they celebrate Michael Jackson's death and My Girlfriend's death and all the people that died around that time, around that 3-day period of time. They celebrate it every year. We're talking about witches, demons in the music industry. So I want you to understand about the Sith Queen and exactly what she is. Now, I revealed how she came about. She came about through Nazi eugenics. She came about through the Nazis creating the Greys, trying to create super soldiers to fly their UFO Bell, which the Greys flew the Nazis' UFO Bell, took the Bell in a different timeline, and created their own race. The demon, the first Grey demon known as Satan that did this, then came back in a futuristic timeline with better ships, better technology that it developed on its own and made a treaty with the United States. Then the United States said, okay, we'll make a treaty with you and keep everything secret. Then Satan, the Grey, started kidnapping women, children, and kids and doing what the fuck ever he wanted to do. And then took over underground bases. So the Nazis realized this was out of control and they realized they had to do something. So they created the Draconians, which the Draconians were a more hybrid military race mixed with crocodile. They used the snake with the Greys. They used snake and vril DNA with the Greys to create those hybrids. With the Draconians, they used crocodile DNA mixed with vril DNA, and then they took a ship and then they created their alternate timeline. So then the Greys and the Draconians went to war. So basically, the Greys developed what we know as the Guao, using an ancient Chinese poison called gu. If you know about Chinese medicine, there is a gu worm. They changed this into the Guao from what we know as the Stargate program, which is very real. You might as well call it Project Montauk. That's the real name, which I was a child assassin of. We were trained to go fight the Guao and all of these things. And we did it very successfully until this is what happened. The Draconians were losing due to the Guao, and so the Draconians are more of a technical diabolical race. Satan is more of a genealogical kind of pathogen, evil race, the Greys. They're mental. So the Draconians built the Borg to combat the Guao. So guess what happened? You had the Guao that was a hybrid parasitical race that lived like parasites off basically humans, humanoids. And then you had the Borg, which was a mechanical hybrid artificial soldier intelligence. So then the Borg fused with the Goa'uld. And how did that happen? Well, the Borg, when they attack you to gain control of your mind, they jump on the back of your neck. And then they inject a little nanomite, and that little nanomite basically just starts to take over your mind. It happened to me. But see, the thing is, when the Borg started to attack someone with a Goa'uld in them, then the battle for control over the human began. So I want you to know, when I was off-world, when I was infected by the Borg, I was already infected by the Sith, because the U.S. government, or excuse me, not the Sith, the Goa'uld, because the U.S. government let everybody get infected. They started making GMO to feed these parasites. So then what happened was, the Borg took over the Goa'uld with the nanomite, basically through frequencies. And then the Borg basically turned into basically something else, which is basically a nano, or it can get bigger, and like the new Transformers movie. I want you to know where that new Megatron shit comes from. Hollywood, U.S. government. You know that new Transformer Megatron shit, when you see Megatron like divide into all of these little nanoparticles and then combined into the big robot? That's basically what the Borg is now, because of the U.S. government, and they put it in a Hollywood movie. So the Borg fused with the Goa'uld and formed the Sith. Now, the Sith was the ruler of basically everything in the universe. Because what the Sith did is, the Sith specifically started going after the CIA mind control assassins. The Sith wanted to control all the mind control assassins, from Russia to Japan to America, all of them. So if you control all the assassins, which everybody was already infected with the goo parasite, thank you to the US government. So then basically all the Borg needed to do was infect everybody with a Borg nanomite, which they have with chemtrails, which can be passed through, I don't even want to get into how many ways they've passed chemtrails. I mean, just because they don't spray, it doesn't mean you can't get infected by a Borg nanomite, which is a Sith nanomite, because they duplicate. And it's just that simple. So now you can see what the Nazis have actually done, and how the Sith are supposedly were on top of everything. But by me talking to you about this right now, and by me revealing this to you right now, I want you to understand I'm not under their control. And with my neighbors across the street, with all of these people that set up with this $1 million operation, they don't have a clue what it's really about. This is what it's really about. Now, this is what the Sith Queen is. The Sith Queen, it is a blue, like worm, parasite. And why is she blue? Because she lives off the spinal fluid of assassins. That's why she's the queen, because she stays strong off this. Because of the US government allowing this to take place with DARPA, with Echelon and HARP. DARPA runs Tempest. The Sith Queen runs DARPA. DARPA is the Sith Queen's company to try to control everybody's mind. Now, I want you to understand what Tempest is. Tempest can read your magnetic field from your electric cords around you, can send digital electronic information into your electromagnetic field and alter your DNA in this way. This is Tempest. So then when you have HARP, which uses microwave weaponry and highly compressed encoding, now you understand how they both work together, because they have both of these mechanisms operating on me every night when I sleep, and hitting this house with microwave weapons. That's why I have radiation burns on my back, because they're busy trying to encode the Siths and passing information inside of me that comes directly from the Queen, because they use HARP technology mixed with Project Montauk technology to open communications directly from the Sith Queen through HARP, through underground bases, through the Sith Queen setup, because there's a Sith daughter or a Sith Queen in this vicinity, in one of these people's houses, or maybe in one of their stomachs. I don't know, I don't care. So I know I have Mexican CIA across the street. I have Hell's Angels, CIA, white cartel living next door. And then I have a Mexican little cartel fucker by the name of Cesar Augusta that set up his office right across the main strip, the main street from my house, after stealing 70 grand from Laurel Aston and me. This is a highly organized op, people. They're all listening right now, because all of them doesn't even know this, all of it, because it's above their classification. The stuff I'm telling you right now, only the top 3 heads of the Illuminati know. And the reason why nobody sees the top of the Illuminati, because they ain't human. Like I told you, the gray, Satan, the draconian, which was Lucifer, and then the Sith, which runs them all now. Because the Sith came up with a plan to take control of all the assassins, to put Lucifer and everybody in his place. And who is the Sith? Lilith. The Sith Queen is Lilith. If you don't know about Lilith, the daughter of Lucifer, who basically just took everything over because it was her plan to become, top bigwig, is Lilith. Queen of England has Lilith's DNA in her. So surprise, surprise, okay? So now you understand how it all works. Now I want you to understand this fact too, that Lilith tries to infect me with her new parasites every time I eat. They got to throw curses in my food. So then my food gets cursed and poisoned, and then the Lilith little Siths sit in my stomach, and then they go out of my stomach into the water when I shit. And then basically they go into the water and get told what to do or grow or whatever, and grow out into the water, and then usually get picked up by a U.S. submarine, or they swim to a special location where they're picked up by a ship. And then back off to their off-world they go to grow. This is the process of the shit Sith. Not kidding. They literally grow out of shit. They curse your insides. They corrupt your DNA. And then through your shit, because your shit does have your DNA, then they grow, and then they come back, and then they try to combat you and take control of you. Because they're supposed to be as strong as you, but with Sith knowledge. This is how sick they are. This has been going on with me for a very long time. This process, the US government and the CIA use on their own assassins, and have for a very long time. Because your assassin is a very strong mental person. So you are going to have something of them that you corrupted and retrained to do as you want, to retrain them to do as you want. This is the process. Now, going back to John Todd, how he was saying, he revealed all the corporations and music, how they use this to curse everybody. Well, I want you to understand that they're using harp for the same thing. They're using Tempest for the same thing, but it's with silent sound. Silent sound. They curse the sound that you hear with wicked bitches like Madonna singing, "It's like a prayer." Ain't nothing like a prayer, wicked bitch. I don't want to feel your power in the midnight hour, which means death of the old day, birth of the new day. She sings nothing but incantations in all her music. Ray of Light was single-handedly supposed to be the Illuminati's #1 satanic album when it was released, and Lauryn Hill kicked it down. This is why they go after Lauryn Hill. This is why Lauryn Hill's in jail now. This is music. This is sound. This is why I want you to know, if you can take away the witch's power of sound, the witch's power of music, the witch loses 30% of her power. She ain't shit. So by me telling you that your Sith ain't sitting at the head of your Illuminati, who do you think is sitting over your Sith now, motherfuckers? Huh? If your Sith tried to take control of all the assassins and was doing a good job of it, but she ain't got control of me now, and you got to pay people to drive by my house throwing microwave weaponry, you got to pay these cartel motherfuckers to live all around me, and these CIA fuckers that are living across the street that ain't worth a damn because they can't do shit to me. They've been trying since I moved here. So you know exactly what I'm saying, motherfuckers. Who's sitting at the top now? So I want you to know how it's going down, people. The Sith took control of all assassins. Now the Sith does not have control of the assassins. So, Caesar Augusta, you stole 70 grand from me. I know you thought that the CIA had me under control and along with all the other assassins. But guess what? They don't. And guess what? If you don't bring me my money, I don't give a fuck about you. If you don't bring me a fucking apology and 100 grand, you're a dead man. I'm saying it in the video, so I want the world to know. Because that's why this motherfucker is across the street right now from me. I walked to the store 30 minutes ago. He's staying there, listening. And I want him to know. Because, see, that's why he took that apartment right across the street. Because he thought he was protected by the CIA and the Sith and all their assassins. It's what the Mexican demonic Gulf Cartel prides their shit on. They think they got this. You ain't got shit, Gulf Cartel. That's why I can walk down to the mall where I told your Gulf Cartel motherfucker that asked me if I want a whore. I went back up to him and told him to tell him all his Gulf Cartel buddies are dead. That's why they got a new security company at the mall now, motherfucker. What are you going to say about that, huh? But this ain't real. I'm delusional. I'm crazy. Yeah, right. So now you understand exactly what's going down and how my videos right now are the rage of the fucking intel world. So, let me tell you the demons that they've used on me, people. Because once I make them public, it strips away their power. I told you about Cypher. But what I didn't tell you is who Cypher really is, who the Cypher demon really is. Laurel Aston's biggest pain in her side is Cypher. Guess who wrote and conjured the Cypher demon? What's up, Mexican ladies? You know who I'm about to say, huh? Who the Mexican cartel is just, oh, that's our guy. That's Mr. Big Man. Nobody can touch him. The man that owes Laurel Aston millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars. The man that raped her and bred her to get more demon assassins out of her. And then with Dr. DeVay tries to introduce one of her supposedly rape babies back into her life that Stephen Binion used to cipher off her money. Yeah, Stephen Binion's, his demon name, I bet his code name is Cypher. I'm gonna let all your shit out, CIA. That's right. Stephen Binion's demonic name is Cypher. Because he has so many fucking kids, and he's not from this timeline also. He has so many fucking kids, And these fucking demonic kids around us may be offsprings of his. I mean, he is just like, soaking it up, pulling everybody's shit in. I know everything about everybody. I'm a cipher. Stephen Binion. Now let's talk about Tick. You know who Tick is? The Tick demon? My wonderful cousin. What's up, Evelyn? Mr. Tick Sith. See, I want you to know that all these people have Sith counterparts. The Sith demons that they yield from them, that come from them, they have names. Evelyn's is Tick. You know what a tick is, right? Well, Evelyn just can't seem to get the fuck out my ear with his tick demons. Evelyn Rothschild also infected the boots that I have with a tick poison. So, hey Magnum, hey Vipers, anybody wear those boots? That was Evelyn Rothschild that infected you with his tick demon. It also gives you Lyme disease, which is a killer. So, did anybody die of Lyme disease, soldiers in your family? You can thank Evelyn Rothschild for that. Mr. Tick Demon. Tick is Evelyn Rothschild's counterpart, because let me tell you what Tick does. Tick specifically attaches itself to your eardrum. It is the sound modifier manipulator of everything that you hear. It can also send frequencies to your brain and actually make you do things that you don't want to do. Because if you know about the body, the eardrum has a canal that's connected directly to the brain. So if you send an electronic magnetic signal that is from the tick to the brain, you can take someone over. That's Evelyn Rothschild. That's his tick, French Foreign Legion, Russians. You can put a bullet in him now. So let's move down the line to 10. I have a personal experience with the 10 demon, Mr. Chris Lucas. 10 demon. What's up, Chris 10? Chris 10, Mr. Chris 10 Lucas, Mr. Assassin, Mr. Chris 10 Sith. Yes, I did say Sith, and I did say George Lucas's son. Lucas killed my real father. So it would be only so appropriate if he put his son Chris 10 the Sith on me, because he's known me the longest. He knows how my mind works. He knows how I operate. Chris 10 Sith. Chris 10 Sith was supposed to be the one to keep me under control. Was supposed to be the one to emulate all of my assassin abilities and to trick me into basically programming it and using those programs for the Sith, which it did at one time and point. But then I went back and tricked it and fucked it up. Chris 10, you're Sith. So I'm not going to really get into the details of what Chris 10 is. It's just a fucking Sith demon that is programmed by another moron that is utilized through Echelon, HARP, and Tempest. So you can imagine what kind of information these guys already have operating with these three machines. Then there's the Thorn Demon. You know who the Thorn Demon is? Thorn was Verity Rothschild. That's her little thing. Now let me tell you what Thorn does. When you feel a little prick, like something feels like it bit you or stuck you, that's the Thorn Demon infiltrating your blood. Then the Thorn Demon goes through your blood and always goes into your heart and poisons all your blood. And then through this starts to send a little voice inside your head from your heart mechanism, and it comes off as really friendly. Oh, I'm your friend, and blah, 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 blah. And then starts to suggest things. And most people go with these suggestions and, oh, yeah, 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 and start talking to themselves. This is the Thorn Demon. This is Verity Rothschild's little demon. This is her contribution to her covenant. Also, the Thorn Demon is utilized in mind control and suggestive forced memory, false memory, and forced memory programming. This is Verity Rothschild's little demon. She loves to use it. Adapter. Adapter is the most used on me because they're always trying to adapt to whatever mechanism that I come up with to combat evil. Adapter is Aleister Rothschild's little demonic creation. You can put a bullet in him now. I mean, in a nutshell, that's what it does. It adapts to the mechanism. Say, I create something that has the essence of 1 trillion garlic cloves and 1 trillion year blessing of Chinese monks. That can really kill some demons. So then Adapter, Aleister Rothschild, named after Aleister the Beast Crowley, figures out a alchemist witchcraft spell to adapt to this, or uses time travel to go back and decrease your ability to use this with a trigger. That's not really adapting, that's just some bitch shit, but that's what he does. So, connector. The connector demon. Who's the connection? Does anybody want to know who the connector demon is? Who connects the black and the white, but really works for the Nazis and the Muslim Brotherhood? Who is that? Who yields the connector demon? Who developed the connector demon and became a fucking president because of the connector demon? And is a raging homosexual and is married to a man that wants everybody to think his name is Michelle Obama. The connector demon, Obama. That's his demon. Now, I explain to you what the connector demon does. The connector demon is the demon that they use to get mind control assassins back under control. It reconnects the broken neural pathways that the CIA spent millions of dollars doing. This was Obama's contribution to the occult. The connector demon. Now, let's talk about the scavenger demon. The scavenger demon doesn't really have a per se person that yields it. Everyone yields it, mainly the Mexican cartel. The scavenger demon is favorite to the Mexican cartel. Why? Because the garbage men are the Mexican cartel. Majority of the garbage workers is Mexican cartel in the United States and in Mexico. This is why, because of the scavenger demon. Now, I want you to understand, I explained in the last video, I'll explain it again. Scavenger demon. The barcode is utilized as a gate where a demon can pass through. So on all your food, on all your products, everything you buy, a scavenger demon can be called in if you never destroyed that barcode. And if they have a credit record of it, and especially if you never destroyed the barcode. Now, the scavenger demon is low level. Like Mexican cartel, Gulf cartel, it's the lowest level of mafia. No disrespect, but it's true. I mean, they're not like the Ukrainian cartel, which is like Fashion TV, Club Space. This is what Nikageru own. These are international money laundering companies that went like legally legit. The cartel, Mexican cartel, doesn't have this. They never will. So I want you to understand the process of the scavenger demon. When the Santa Maria cult wants to curse somebody, they call up the scavenger demon. Because they put hexes on you. And if you have American money, the American money is filled with hexes. It acts as another conduit, another gate for a acceptance of a curse. It's called silent acceptance. The same as when you buy food. Let's say I'm a cashier, okay? And you come up to me, and I'm just looking at you, like for 5 minutes. Just looking at you, giving you all these looks. And you're sitting there wondering, what the fuck is he doing? And then you finally say, is there a problem? And I'm saying, no, I'm just wondering, like, do you really want this? Do you really accept this curse? I can see you bought some soy, tofu, vegetables, some soda, fluoridated water, toilet paper, Lysol, cleaning products, and the list goes on and on. And then I pick up one of the items and see this. This barcode is equivalent to 666. If I wrote 666 on all of these products, would you purchase it? And the customer would be like, no. And then I pull out my Facebook and show them the note that I wrote about the barcode. I'm going to say, no, you ain't buying this till you read this. So about 20 minutes passes by. They get on my level. So now we're on the same level. They're shocked. And then I say, now you know why I was looking at you for like 5 minutes. This is exactly what it's like, people. It's all broken down, and then I want you to understand that they utilize it as a numerical gate. A numerical Stargate on your food as a barcode. I'm not kidding. I'll post a little picture somewhere in this video. It might not be where I'm talking about it, but you can see it. Because it just takes time to do that, and time is precious. So literally, the barcode acts as a gate for demons. And the scavenger demon is the most utilized amongst witches, CIA, NSA, DARPA, HARP, Tempest. Now, when I sleep, they open up another Stargate from the Sith world, or Sith Queen, or a Sith demon, to try to program me when I sleep. That's why I have radiation burns on my back. So I want you to understand the process of the Sith demon. The Sith demon is a scavenger. What's a scavenger? Something that goes through your trash and shit. That's what a Sith demon does. If they need samples of your DNA, like physically, because they operate, I want you to understand, they operate on a spiritual level. But if they need physical stuff, a physical sample of your DNA, they'll just, tell the Sith demon to bring them back a little microscopic piece of your shit. And you can do wonders with that in a fucking lab. I'm not kidding. So now you understand the garbage men. And oh yeah, Cesar Augusta, he owns a garbage company called Rayatech. I posted the address of the garbage company in the videos talking about this motherfucker. He's a warlock, for sure. You don't work for the Mexican cartel and own a garbage company without knowing the low-level Sith demon and how it works. This is why he thinks he has all this power. This is why my garbage bags are sitting in the back of my house, and instead of having the garbage taken out by a special cartel motherfucker, then it gets taken to witches where they use the Sith demon on me to curse me and to curse the food that I've already purchased, that's already passed through my system, that's a part of my system which should have made me healthier, but they curse it and it makes me sick. Yesterday I went to the store and they did this. I just about passed the fuck out. Not kidding. So let's move on to the last Sith demon, the Sith Queen. Lilith. Lilith, guess who her counterpart is? Y'all thought the Rothschilds ran shit, right? Well, they don't because of the Sith Queen. Guess who came to power? Whose descendant it has her blood? And why the bitch is so fucking ugly and she won't die? Queen Elizabeth. Wicked fucking bitch. She actually has Lilith's DNA in her. So now you get it. MI5, MI666. God can't save you, wicked bitch. Not after this. So, people, this is the DL about my family, the Rothschilds and Windsors. The most wickedest, fucking deceitful, sinful fucking bastards in the universe. So, what more can I say? I mean, I really wanted to do a video like, roll call. To just put their names out there. Because when you put their names out there, there are other things that can now combat you because they know your names, they know your faces, they know your counterparts, they know who created who, what created what, and who conjured what. This is why they covet everything. It's why they want everything secret. Remember, Yeshua didn't do anything in secret. He let the people know, just like Bob Marley, bend down low and let me tell you what I know. Bend down low, let me tell you what I know. Yeah, that's why they killed him. He taught the people the truth from the streets. So all you voodoo white witches, now you know. All you white ninjas, assassins, now you know. All you pissed off assassins, now you know. Military, black ops, now you know. Real gangster motherfuckers, now you know. I want my money, Cesar Augusta. I don't give a fuck what you have to scavenge to get my 100 grand. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to, okay, I'm gonna let people know right now. As of right now, if Cesar Augusta, he got till like 12 o'clock tonight, and every day that he doesn't bring me my money, it's gonna go up 100 grand a day. 100 grand a day. Not kidding. That's because it's with interest. Because you don't waste my time. You don't steal from me. So at 12 o'clock tonight, it's 200 grand. Next day, 300 grand. Next day, 400 grand. So anyway, I'm just keeping it real. I know I'm the rage of the intel world now. People just can't believe this shit. But anyway, keep it real. Walk in the light. All you scientists, now you know what you're combating. I'm not going to tell you what I use to get to where I am, because that would self-defeat the purpose and put me back under their control. But I can tell you right now, they're not in control of me. Because I took down all of their demons and figured out who each and every one of them were and their counterparts in the physical and metaphysical. And you know that's some serious shit. What I've just told you, only the 3 top of the heads Illuminati know only this. Stay blessed, walk in the light. Peace, you dead Nazis.
Fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck the socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. But my Lambo's blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck your socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. But my Lambo's blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck your socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. But my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Peace.